Today we'll be reviewing the Fuji Sanroku Japanese whiskey.
Hi, I'm Jo, this is Maximo, we are Tipples and Treats, and today we have a whiskey, Japanese whiskey.
It is a Japanese whiskey.
From Kirin?
Yes.
Which is a
big Japanese conglomerate that
Yep.
produces beer and
spirits
and all sorts of things.
Mm-hmm.
So this is yet another whiskey from my huge auction purchase. I paid around $141 for this, including fees, and the recommended retail price is around $200 to $220.
Oh, this better be good.
Yes, so it's sort of a $60 to $80 saving on recommended retail price, which I'm not that displeased about at all, not at all. So this whiskey hails from Japan, from the Mount Fuji area, hence the
picture on the label.
Mount Fuji, which we were on a number of years ago.
We were, yes. Didn't see the brewery though.
No, we didn't. But we were on the 5th station, which is sort of 3/4 of the way up, Mount Fuji. And they use the spring water from Mount Fuji, so should be interesting. So this was first produced in 2016, so it's quite a recent addition to their lineup. And it's been made with a blend of different grains.
Okay.
Hopefully grown in Japan, but who knows. So this is the Fuji Sanroku blended whiskey. It's a blended whiskey, not a single malt whiskey. And the name of the whiskey, Sanroku, means that it is produced at the foot of Mount Fuji. That's what it sort of roughly translates to. This particular whiskey was matured in former Bourbon American oak barrels.
Okay.
So it's quite a dark sort of toffee colour.
Well, it's always darker in the bottle, but yeah, it's a little bit darker.
Quite dark, isn't it?
Some.
So I haven't had that many blended whiskies. I guess try and, or not avoid them, but I've always thought that a single malt
is better
than a blended. But
I'm sure they put a lot of effort into blending it.
They do, and the Japanese are quite particular about most things that they produce. So
smells a little different to some whiskies.
It does. I think it smells a bit more like an American bourbon whiskey, perhaps, or like a rye whiskey.
I'm not really experienced in drinking bourbon, so
I'm getting sort of toffee, caramel toffee.
I'm not really sure.
That could be the bourbon. Maybe that's the bourbon American oak barrels that are giving it the nose. Quite.
So I think it's a little bit sweeter.
Could be. Yeah. Some fruit.
Maybe that's the toffee smell.
It certainly smells sort of sweet.
Yes.
With the hint of spice.
Okay.
Shall we?
I definitely find it more beneficial to taste it.
That's quite a smooth whiskey, isn't it? It's got quite a long finish. The finish is still going. Caramel.
I taste something a bit smoky, actually.
Smoky, a little bit of smoke. It's just a hint of smoke. It's not really very smoky.
Yeah.
There's spices of some sort.
I didn't. I could smell the sweetness more than I could taste the sweetness.
It's certainly got some spice and some pepper. The What's the alcohol content of this? I don't think I wrote it down.
It might be in Japanese.
It could very well be, shall I? Is it?
It doesn't matter. It's pretty strong.
It is. I can't.
We'll put it in the notes.
Yeah, I can't really see, but I think it's quite strong in the alcohol.
It tastes pretty strong.
Mm.
I don't know that. Is it worth that much more money?
I think it's quite a complex whiskey.
It's a lot going on there.
To me, it has more similarities with an American sort of rye whiskey than perhaps a Scotch whiskey. Maybe it's the grains they use or the barrels.
I had a bit of sweetness in that last mouthful.
Mm.
But different sort of sweetness. Does that make sense?
It's quite. It's quite.
Are you okay there, Maximo?
I am. There's a lot of. It's a lot going on there.
Aroma. Yeah.
There is.
Yeah.
So the tasting notes say that there's orange, rye spice, nutmeg, cloves, apricot jam, pineapple, wood shavings, and passion fruit. So that's in the tasting notes. I'm not sure that I'm getting. I'm certainly getting sort of the toffee, caramelized sort of toffee. There's some fruit. I can't really identify what the fruit is.
Yeah, there's a bit of sweetness there.
A little bit of sweetness. Certainly some pepper and some lingering spice.
Yeah. The finish is, I think,
it's a bourbony finish.
Hotter than usual.
It is, and it's I think it's a bourbony finish.
Yeah,
I think
I don't really know bourbon, so I can't say.
You do. Let's try it with some ice. That might change it a fair bit, I would say. One or two.
Oops. I can see on the label a lot of Japanese writing, and I can also see 50%.
50%. What does it say? 50. Ah, 50%. Well, that's strong.
It's strong.
Yes.
Yes.
That's a lot stronger.
Is that why it makes it more expensive?
Perhaps on the excise and taxes, if nothing else. Yes. 50%. Well, that's quite
I
a
think
strong.
that's one of the strongest ones we've tasted.
Yeah, not the strongest, but well, I think it's up there in terms of the whiskies.
For whiskies, yes.
Yeah, we've tasted some 46, 47%, but I don't think there's been any other. Even the vodka that we tried wasn't 50%. It's cut down the nose a bit. If anything, I'm smelling more of the fruit and less of the toffee.
Oh, I didn't really get the toffee myself. They talk about wood shavings. Maybe that's like the smoky taste.
The smokiness has come out of the whiskey with a bit of ice. I can definitely taste the smoke.
Each sip seems to taste
Different.
differently.
Yes. What a complex bottle.
That is very unusual, isn't it?
What a complex bottle.
Yeah. Yeah. Be a good one for you if you want to really try and get into the essence of what it's made of. It's
It certainly reduced the spiciness, the pepperiness. It's mellowed and smoothened the spirit out quite a lot.
It is a little,
It's quite more enjoyable on the rocks than it was neat.
I have to say, I don't think it's one of my favourite whiskies.
No, it's certainly different. It sort of reminds me of a bourbon or even the Italian brandy that we had. Sort of a rich spiced sort of whiskey.
Honestly, I think if I'd paid full price for that, I'd probably be a little bit disappointed. But then I'm not like a super keen whiskey drinker.
No, look, I think I'd agree with you. I think if I was to pay $220 for this and have it and think, well, there's so many better whiskies that I've tried of late that have been sort of half the price and more enjoyable.
But it's all personal preference.
It is.
That's what we think, but someone else may have this as their number one favourite whiskey.
Wow.
I don't even know if this is freely available in Australia though.
I'm not sure it is too.
Because it was part of the auction purchase.
Which was a
duty-free liquidation.
Indeed.
So, yes.
I haven't seen this at our local tipple establishment, which has quite a wide variety of scotches.
You may be somewhere else in the world and you may be able to get some different Japanese whiskies. If you tried anything from this distillery, would love to know what you've tried and what you thought of it. And
Interesting.
Interesting is an interesting word, isn't it?
It is.
It can mean good or bad or complex or...
It's certainly complex.
Yeah, it's complex, yeah.
Yes, I would be disappointed if I paid $220 for this. I think for the money you can probably do...
just as well.
A lot better, just in the enjoyability stakes, but like we can say we've tried an expensive Japanese blended whiskey.
We'll have to do a top 3 whiskies.
Yeah, we'll have to do maybe towards the end of the year. It's only the start of the year, but maybe towards the end of the year we'll have to review or give our recommendations, the top 3.
If we've still got any left.
Yes.
We're not getting through the whiskey at a fast pace though.
No.
Maybe we'll do it halfway through the year because the favourite whiskies are going to go faster.
I think you might be right there, Joan.
We'll do it in a few months.
Yes.
Top 3 whiskies maybe?
Yeah. For 2022.
According to our taste.
Yes. Which might be different to your taste.
Yes, it might be different.
So, hopefully you've liked this. So, if you have, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. We'll try and pump out these at least weekly.
Mm-hmm.
And on that note,
cheers.
Kampai.